7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah.
Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once. Pour them all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and only.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There is no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start. I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out of Portland, especially given the new rules, they're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go. 11. 11. Stop.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage. Here's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
11, Thomas. Here we go. 11. 180. 11, MT. Take.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. The Bengals at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners at 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
11, mighty.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. McGough and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got it to the 43 here. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go, 76, 76. All right. 20.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. That'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now it's gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
Maverick. 180.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already. as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Out route here, he finds Turner. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 11. 180. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught at the 25. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
11 MT.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Goff now looking to throw. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Five. Hold on. Check.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progression and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, they go back to Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
20.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 10-yard line.
Value 3, 180.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The throw is gone. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now Goff. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking into the raindrops and he muffs it. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 empty.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And Charles, yeah, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
14. Go.
Goff now looks to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Out of the gun, they give to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases him, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
180. Value 1. Obama.
Gone. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10.
17.
40-yard line.
17.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Goff. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass to the sideline and played in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Gibbs straight ahead. And they've got it in the red zone there, down about the 19. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Goff. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
180.
Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun, Goff. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
From the gun, here's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. 11,
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep here for Chase. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
11, 12. 11, MT, tape. 11, MT, tape. 11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jack Fox picking off for the Lions.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
12.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gun. 11. Right, 80. 11, Tom.
Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back.
Here we go.
Incomplete.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is the tight end, Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
11 MT. 12. Here we go. 11. Can. Can.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11.
To the air again, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
2 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. On the RPO, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yards.
And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Now gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
120. Hey, kill.
Slot man moves right. Again, Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
You have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They got a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
12. Here we go. 180. Wait, hot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get set.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
11 mighty. 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
46-yard line.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Stop.
Now Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And a fine chase on the right side, complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
That's another Bengals
11 MT. 11 MT.
first and goal at the 2-yard line.
Brown. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I'm one, ready? Here we go. 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Now he's going to step up and run. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
12, 12,
Now
12,
Burrow
12,
going to change things up.
12, 12, 12. 11, Tom.
They'll try and throw for it. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
There's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have into double coverage, and it's intercepted.